So it's February and I'm getting ready to talk about my vision board. Now, this is my version of the vision board. And if you think it's too late to talk about this because it's February, that's exactly why most vision boards don't work, because there's something that you do at the beginning of the year and kind of forget about for the rest of the year. Now, it's February and most people have already fallen off the bandwagon of working towards the things that they were excited about at the start of the year. But what I love about this vision board is that it's very interactive and it's something that a month later I am viewing and using on a daily basis. So tune into this video. I know you're going to get some value. So if you do, don't leave without liking, subscribing, and sharing and coming back for more of my journey. So we're in my bathroom and this is where I decided to post my health and wellness vision board. I call it my identity board. It's the first thing I see first thing in the morning. I literally roll out of bed, come through this door because it's 4 a.m. I don't want to wake my fiance by doing too much in the house. So I do my entire morning routine here. I brush my teeth, wash my face, do some morning affirmations, listen to something motivational while I get ready, and I get to see this vision board to remind me and help me set my intentions for the day. So the way this is gonna flow, I'm gonna give you some context of how I goal set and why I set my goals the way I do, how to put together the vision board so that you can know step by step, and then I'll get into what's actually on my vision board. So on this day after the gym, first I took a nap. I wanted to be fully energized so that I didn't lose stamina and could focus long enough to complete the board in its entirety. And then I set aside some time in the evening so that I could be alone in a quiet space where I could really think. I'm getting ready to come up with my game plan for my goals. And this was very serious to me. So I wanted to vibe out and I wanted to be calm, cool, and collected. And you should do that too. So make sure you play some music, maybe light a candle, set the vibes, eat first, get some sleep. You want to be at a place where you're completely comfortable and you don't need to stop. So I actually don't call it a vision board. I call it an identity board. But for the sake of the algorithm, we're going to say vision board, vision board, vision board so that this pops up when people search vision board. But this is my more effective game plan that helps me stay present and consistent about my goals. So first, let me give you some context on how I actually set my goals. There is a pastor named Craig Rochelle on one of the finance podcasts that I listen to, and I love the way he put it on one of his talks that I listened to this year. He said, successful people do consistently what others do occasionally. And that is definitely something that comes up for me. When it comes to my health and wellness, there are definitely some things that I already know better. I know I should be doing them. And for the most part, I get them done occasionally. But I want to be training to become more consistent because that is where I'm going to get next level results. He also said that a lot of us try too long when we should be training. And that really just stuck out for me. Lord knows a lot of us have been trying to reach a lot of the goals that we set year in and year out. We're always trying, but trying is not a full commitment. Trying is not a plan. Trying doesn't dictate consistency. Trying never yields results. Training does. When you're training, you have a specific outcome and you are doing the work to get that new skill, to build that new habit, to make things happen. Trying won't do it this year. We are training, and this is our plan. So let's get set. Let's develop our game plan to train to become who we say we are more consistently and not just occasionally. So the very first step is to identify your number one limiting belief. And this can be a lot of things. But what is it that as soon as you think a thought related to this belief, you are already defeated and out of the game? What is the limiting belief, the thing that is not true, but you allow to hold you back? These limiting beliefs could be something like you are too embarrassed to start over from the beginning again. You don't think you deserve what you're asking for. No one's going to care or no one's going to help you. Maybe one of your limiting beliefs is that you're too busy. You're being selfish working on you and not focusing on your family and friends. It's going to be too hard or too much work, or it's just not going to work because you fail at too many things, or you've tried and tried before and nothing's worked. These are the thoughts that creep into your mind, and sometimes they keep you from getting started, or they quickly derail you when these fears creep into your mind. I want you to identify the one that you are going to replace. So write this limiting belief out and then cross it out on your board. Next, you're going to declare your own personal mantra. What is it that you need to hear every single day to keep you in action towards the goal you set? This is something that you're going to remind yourself on a daily basis, maybe multiple times a day, and especially when that limiting belief creeps into your mind. This can be an affirmation or a famous quote or something your mom may have told you growing up. Anything that is going to redirect your mindset when you get off track. Now, this next step is exactly where this board differs from a lot of other vision boards, because we're not putting any specific outcomes on this board. Because think about it. You don't just want to lose 50 pounds for any reason. You're not wanting to wake up and spend time exercising for numbers' sake. You want it because you are after a certain feeling. You're hoping that accomplishing your goal will make you feel a certain way. So this is where you get some clarity and spend some time. And step number 3, getting clear on the feeling that you're after. Make a list of the feeling that you are chasing and just think about it. Why do you want to lose the weight? Why do you want to see a change in your curves? Why do you want to eat better? Because you want to feel how. And this is important because imagine setting a goal with some specific random outcome that you choose for yourself, getting that outcome and it feeling empty and you don't feel fulfilled, because you never took the time to identify how it is you expected that outcome to make you feel. Now, declaring your feelings first, you get to practice habits that make you feel that way on a daily basis, that have you feeling that way consistently. So you get to be in control of your emotions rather than have your emotions controlled by some random outcome that you just picked because you thought it sounded good, you thought it would make you feel good, or you thought it was what you were supposed to do. Let me give you an example. Say the outcome you want is to lose 50 pounds this year because you want to feel sexy, confident, and strong. Well, instead of waiting to lose the 50 pounds to feel sexy, confident, and strong, you make a commitment to practice feeling sexy, confident, and strong on a daily basis through the habits you are building. So maybe you put a workout routine in place that helps you push past limits, and that's where you start to feel strong. Maybe those workouts start to trim your body and you start tracking your measurements over your weight. So now you're feeling sexy because now instead of being so obsessed with the weight, you're noticing the visible changes in your body. And all of that brings you confidence because you know you are in control and you are making it happen. Quick little edit while I'm sitting here editing the video, because what I also left out is when you don't get clarity on the feeling that you're after, you don't stay connected to the goal. A lot of us want instant gratification. And so knowing the feeling that you're after every single day and practicing habits that get you that feeling every single day help to keep you in routine. Because if you have to wait months on end to finish and reach the goal to feel the thing that you're chasing, you're going to get disconnected. And that's when you look back at your vision board at the end of the year and there's stuff that you haven't accomplished yet. And now you're in a routine that perpetuates itself because it feels good to you and you notice that the weight is coming off. But you didn't have to wait for the weight to be off to feel any of those things. You feel all those things every single day. List all of those feelings and then find picture representations. I like to either use pictures of myself or crop my face onto pictures that reflect and that are going to remind me of exactly the feeling that I'm after every morning with one glance. And now one of the final steps, now that we have declared our identity and identified the feeling that we're after, it's now time to focus on the habits. We focused on our who, we got that nice and clear, and now we're going to focus on what to do. If we are who we say we are on this board, what are the habits that we are training every day and being more consistent at it? I say start with no more than 3 to 5. And then as you make progress, you can switch them out. So I like to use sticky notes so that I can change and update as I go. And that makes this board super interactive. And I love that as the year goes, I can look back at how many of these stickies I've replaced or updated and see just how much progress I've made. And I also will know and remember exactly how I did it. And for my final step, I put a before picture and wrote a letter to myself, just reminding myself of my why and my who, so that when I'm choosing my do goals, I can be sure that those habits are in alignment with who I say I am. So now let's get into my actual board. So here's this beauty, and I've really been enjoying it for the past couple of weeks. So there's my limiting belief from step 1. I'm afraid of burnout. As a fitness professional, a lot of times I put my fitness and my journey on the back burner just so I have more energy to give to clients. And it really holds me back from seeing some of my goals through to fruition. So what I'm replacing that limiting belief with are these 2 personal mantras: nourish to flourish. And also I'm going to be mantraing to myself throughout the day when I'm tired or worried about my busy schedule and trying to remember to prioritize myself. I'm going to repeat, I'm willing, ready, and capable, because I am so willing, I am so ready and capable of not burning out. I know what it takes. I know how to take care of myself and love on myself and nourish myself. So I will not be burning out this year. I will be nourishing and flourishing. And I want to feel light, flexible, strong, sexy, joyful, and energetic. No matter what comes of my fitness journey, if I can finish each day feeling all of these things, I will be a happy woman. I use some pictures of Serena Williams because she is athletic and strong and powerful, and she's also a great example. So I wanted to use her on the cover of magazines because she is being an example, just like as I want to do as a fitness professional. I like to crop my face onto it just to make it a little bit more real. And I would have used pictures of me, but mine aren't this glamorous, and that's what I'm going for this year. So the habit that I'm going to be practicing this first 90 or so days to feel all of these ways is cooking more healthy meals at home. That just puts me more in control of what I'm consuming. But also I know from experimentation that when I am eating home consistently, my weight tends to trend down around 5 pounds. I think that's mostly water weight and inflammation that is out of my body because I'm just more in control of the calories and the ingredients that are going into my body when I cook myself. I'm also going to be drinking no less than 64 ounces of water, something that I do occasionally, I do a good job with getting some water in, but on days when my caffeine is high or maybe I'm engaging in alcoholic beverages, my water can be very low, and I want to make sure that this is an effortless no excuse part of my routine this year so that I can continue to feel strong in my workouts, so that I can continue to be energetic and not lethargic, and so that I can feel light and sexy, not bloated. I'm gonna also use my journey to create daily fun content. I need to step this up because so far this year I am slacking on my content, but my content is what keeps me going. I want to be an example, as I said over here on this side of the board, and I can't be an example if I'm not showcasing my journey. So that is something I wanna do for my health and wellness this year. And I also wanna sleep 6 to 8 hours every single, I won't say night, I'll say day, because I also get in naps, have a very early morning, and I tend to take naps. So as long as over the course of the day I can average 6 to 8 hours, that would be very good for all of these ways. I wanna feel I'll be light and easy. I'll be more flexible because my body will be able to recover. I won't be feeling so stiff. I'll be stronger and more ready for my workouts. I'll feel sexy because my body will recover, my inflammation, my bloat will be down. I won't be walking around looking tired. I'll have energy to put myself together. I'll be joyful because I will be conquering the things that I say that I want to, and I'll have lots of energies. So these are the habits that you're gonna hear me talking about over the course of the channel and working through. Now, quick edit before you go, because I get to change some of the habits on my board right now. I made the creation of the vision board part of the video in January, and it's now February 8th, and I'm gonna change some of the habits here because I'm moving on. Two that I want to remove from the board are here, cook healthy meals at home. I have been doing a phenomenal job at this. So I no longer need to focus on this. This is in my routine. I'm looking forward to all the cooking I have coming up, and I'm really enjoying my meals. So since I'm no longer gonna focus on it, I'm just gonna slide it to the back of the board. And then I also have been stretching and mobilizing very regularly and taking care of my body. It's now a part of my routine. I have it scheduled. I even teach stretch and mobility classes. So I no longer need to focus on that one on a daily basis. It's already in my routine. And I'm gonna replace those two with now tracking my protein and staying in a caloric deficit, because in 8 weeks, I will be getting married and taking a quick little honeymoon to Mexico. And I wanna look tight and ready and picture ready and beach ready and just feel my very best. I wanna feel so sexy and just tight. So I'm gonna focus on a little miniature cut. And then I also wanna take time for skincare. I want to take time for skincare because recently my face has been breaking out right along where we are wearing masks. And I don't plan to wear a lot of makeup while I'm on vacation. I want to have flawless skin while I'm out there. I have been very lazy because I've been staying in the house a bit and just not doing the most with my skincare. Really just washing my face in the shower and going about my day. But I want to take some time for skincare and really nurse my skin back to health. So those are going to be the new goals that I'm focusing on, in addition to the old ones that I had. So that's exactly an example of how this board is going to get me where I want to be by the end of the year, because I'm being very mindful of my schedule, being very mindful of my current life, and adjusting the skills as I go. So I hope you get some value out of this and make your own and use it along with me as you follow me on my journey. All right, that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you in the next video.